So let me begin with the parable in its immediate context. Verses 25 to 37 are structured as two matching dialogues. It really is important to see this. In both cases, the lawyer asks a question, then Jesus responds by asking his own question. And then the lawyer answers Jesus' question, and only then does Jesus answer the lawyer's question. And then the whole pattern is repeated. So, verse 25, the lawyer asks his question, "Teacher, what must I do to inherit eternal life?" And instead of answering him, Jesus asks his own question. He says, "What is written in the law? How do you read it?" And then the lawyer answers Jesus' question, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul, with all your strength, with all your mind, and love your neighbor as yourself." And only then does Jesus answer the lawyer, and he says, "Do this and you will live." That's the first dialogue. Then the whole pattern is repeated. The man is dissatisfied, so he asks another question. He starts off again. "And who is my neighbor?" And then Jesus answers his question, but in answering his question with a question, he tells a story to introduce his question. In other words, the lawyer in this second dialogue asks, "Who is my neighbor?" Jesus tells his story, what we call the parable of the Good Samaritan, in order to set the stage for his own question. Verse 36, "So which of these three do you think was a neighbor to the man who fell into the hands of robbers?" That's his question. And he had to tell the story in order to set the stage to ask the question. And then the lawyer answers his question, and only then does Jesus respond at the end of verse 37. So that's the way the whole passage flows.